The Supreme Court considers if inmates imprisoned for life for murders they committed as teenagers should get a chance to seek freedom. Jason Calvi reports from the High Court tonight.
Brian, 52 years ago, 17-year-old Henry Montgomery shot and killed a sheriff's deputy in Baton Rouge. He's now serving a life sentence. He's 69 years old, but he's hoping the Supreme Court will give him the chance to get out of prison before he dies. Public defender argued Montgomery's case.
All indications are he's been a model prisoner. He mentors to younger people. He started a boxing program, and he's just waiting for this decision.
In 2012, the Supreme Court struck down automatic life sentences with no chance of release for teenage killers. The question today, does that ruling apply to earlier cases?
It's a matter of fundamental fairness. The Supreme Court ruled that a mandatory life without parole sentence is unconstitutional. And I think in our system of justice, the ability to benefit from that ruling shouldn't turn on the date on which you were convicted. If
Louisiana loses, a judge will hold a new sentencing hearing for Montgomery, looking at his background.
Our whole point is it's very difficult. In fact, we think it's virtually impossible to do that in reverse. Looking back 50 years to put ourselves in his position 50 years ago, the penalty that is being served by those offenders is still a valid penalty.
Much of the debate revolved around if the Supreme Court even has the jurisdiction to rule in this case.
The fact that they spent so much time talking about jurisdiction suggests that there may well be 5 justices who may be inclined to say no jurisdiction, we'll take this issue up later on.
Both sides say the High Court does have jurisdiction to hear this case, but the Supreme Court appointed its own attorney that found that the decision rests with the state of Louisiana. If the Supreme Court decides not to hear this case, there are other similar cases working their way through the courts. Brian?
Jason Calvi from the Supreme Court. Thank you, Jason.